Hey guys, Inder this side from 24/7 everything. Hope you all are doing great. We are again back with another video and this time it's on Vivo V20. So in this particular video, we'll be going to do the review part of the latest available version for this particular phone with the version ending 1.70.32. So basically you can see the compile time or build time for this particular version is February 5, 2021, whereas security patch level is of January 1, 2021. Apart to this, like 15 to 20 days ago, Vivo has released version 1.70.31, which was full of bugs. I won't say full of bugs, but few users have complained like they are facing lags, performance has been decreased, and so on. But luckily, I haven't got that particular update. So in this particular update or review part, I'll be making or I'll be using base or a benchmark with respect to version 1.70.24. So let's begin with that. So this was all from the initial introduction towards this particular update. Now we'll move to the vital parts. So firstly, we'll move to the security part because this is a very critical part with respect to your phone and so on. So luckily, PIN, pattern, password, swipe, all are working absolutely fine. There is no problem after installing or upgrading your phone with this particular version. Apart to this, fingerprint scanner is also working fine. Face unlock is also working fine. No issue at all. So after security, we'll move to the storage section. So here internal storage and as well as external storage, be it like SD card, both are accessible. Like in previous update, few users have complained that their SD card is not accessible and so on, but there is no problem with that. Even I haven't faced in previous versions as well. Apart to this, with respect to data transfer using USB preferences, you can successfully, I would say, transfer data from this particular mobile to PC or laptop or either, or I would say vice versa, like PC or laptop to this particular mobile. So it will work absolutely fine. No issues will be there and so on. After storage, the very critical and vital part is related to battery, and you will surely see that there are some changes in this particular update. So firstly, we'll move to the charging time. So to fully charge this phone from 0 to 100%, this time on this particular update, it took nearly about 1 hour. Whereas in previous version, which was, I would say, 1.70.24, we haven't seen any issue with respect to like, I won't say issue, but the charging time was nearly about 55 minutes or at most 56 minutes. So in this particular update, it's taking nearly about 4 to 5 minutes more to fully charge phone from 0 to 100%. Again, I'll suggest you or I'll urge you that if you have also seen the same time or maybe more than that, then please confirm the same in the comment section below so that we will try our level best to convey this to the Vivo by moving to their Vivo forums or so on. Now we'll move about to the ideal battery drainage. So again, like I have, I would say, done the analysis on 2 different days. So sometime it was taking 3 to 4% battery in an ideal drainage mode, or sometime it's 4 to 5% battery was draining in an ideal mode over a span of 8 to 9 hours. So even with respect to previous version, at least 1 or 2% of idle battery drainage has been increased, so which is bad. Now we'll move to the battery consumption part with respect to gaming. So for that, let me open Call of Duty first. So in this particular section, we'll be going to see battery consumption with respect to gaming. So I've just opened Call of Duty. So for the graphic quality, I have set very high and high frame, I would say very high frame rate. So usually for the battery consumption analysis, I do play 2 to 3 different 1 hour of gameplay to see that what's the average battery consumption. So usually on this particular update, for a 1 hour of gameplay, the battery consumption is 21 to 22%, which is quite high as compared to the previous version, that is 0.24, which was having 15 to 16% for a 1 hour of gameplay. So not sure what has gone bad in this particular update with respect to Call of Duty. And on the contrary, I have also noted down the temperature readings, or I would say battery temperature readings. So before starting the 1 hour of gameplay, the temperature of a battery was 29 degree, and as soon as I completed 1 hour of gameplay, the battery temperature was 34 degree. But apart to this, I haven't seen any lag. The gameplay was butter smooth, so no issue at all. Only this particular battery consumption. So I think either Vivo might have to see like why it is been taking nearly about almost 1/4, or I would say 1/5 of battery while playing a 1 hour of gameplay. So after this, now let's move to the Free Fire. So for Free Fire, I was using these graphic settings like ultra graphic, high performance, and high FPS. So again, for 1 hour of gameplay, like the battery consumption was nearly about 13 to 14%, and whereas battery temperature was 27 degree before starting the 1 hour of gameplay and 33 degree as soon as I completed a 1 hour of gameplay. But on the contrary, on the 0.24 update, the battery consumption was 10 to 11%, which is now 13 to 14%, again an increment of 1 or 2%. But I'm not sure because earlier when I have analyzed in my previous video with respect to 0.24, during that particular time we don't have this high FPS information or section, but now they have like provided and I have selected it. So maybe like frame per second related option might also be draining some battery in the background. And apart to this, for the gaming part or gaming analysis, I usually turn on the ultra gaming mode. So if you are not using it while playing game, then the battery consumption at your side might be slightly less as the one which I have mentioned in this particular video. So after battery section, now let's move to the sound section. So there is no issues with the sound section and so on. It is same like as per the previous version. I haven't faced any issue. It's like almost the same experience that we are getting since I have purchased this particular phone. So after sound section, now we'll move to the Bluetooth and devices. So in Bluetooth, firstly we'll discuss about Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is working absolutely fine, be it for file transfers or I would say audio via Bluetooth devices. Apart to this screencasting or smart mirroring, it is also working absolutely fine. I am able to connect on a very first instance for both Intel and AMD laptops, so there is no issue with that as well. So after Bluetooth and devices, now we'll move to the network and internet. So in this particular section, we'll first discuss about the Wi-Fi calling. So Wi-Fi calling is working absolutely fine, be it for Jio or Airtel SIM. Apart to this native video call, again it is same like available for both the SIMs like be it Jio or Airtel and it is working absolutely fine. Call recorder is also working fine. There is no issue with that. Apart to this, Wi-Fi connectivity, mobile internet connectivity, calls and SMS, I haven't seen any issue with that as well on both the SIMs, be it Jio and Airtel. Even I would say that mobile internet connections are now good. I would say much better with respect to my previous install version, which was 0.24 and so on. Again, if you are facing some issue, then you can mention in the comment section below so that we can convey the same on Vivo forums and so on. So after network and internet section, now let's discuss about quick settings. So there is no new option or setting has been added in this particular section. Whatsoever were provided in the previous versions are the same and even working absolutely fine. So no glitch, no problem at all. Apart to this, from the default tab section, I usually test FM radio. So it is also working absolutely fine. There is no issue. So it's usually helpful for the ones who would like to cut down their time or I would say cut down their free time. Now let's discuss about the play protection. So for that, I'm just going to open Play Store and afterward I'll be tapping on these three dots or three lines and then we'll move to the settings section and you just have to move to the very bottom where you'll see play protection certification. So device is certified. Usually it is certified whenever a stock ROM which is being shipped with your phone by your manufacturer OEM. So there is no issue. Sometimes you might see some issues when they are issuing you beta versions and so on, but chances are very less. But I usually discuss this so that if you want to gather more information, then you can search on this and you can find a lot. So after this, we'll move to the status of camera to API. So again, it is good that they have provided level 3 support in this particular update as well. And even since the time I have purchased this particular phone, it is showing me level 3. So there is no problem with that. Vivo's own stock camera is so good that I hardly look for the Gcam port for this particular phone. But again, whenever I'll find it, I'll surely share with you by creating a separate video. But as of now, I haven't seen any issue with the Vivo's own stock camera, be it for video recording or pics clicking and so on. And even you can see that my other videos like for Asus, Samsung and so on, I have created using this particular phone's camera and those are really good in terms of clarity and so on. After this, now let's move to the DRM info or Wide1 certification. So again, we are having a security level support of level 1. So which is good because by this way we can stream our HD contents on any of the apps or any of the supported apps like OTT platform or whatsoever you are using. Now we'll directly jump into the benchmark scores to analyze or evaluate our performance. So let's open Antutu benchmark scores. So with this particular current version, the overall Antutu benchmark scores are 2,84,616 and below ones are the consolidated. Whereas on the version 1.70.24, the overall benchmark scores were 2,72,000 and triple three. So now we have an increment of nearly about 12,300 scores approximately. And even you will see like performance is really nice with respect to like previous version. So I'm not sure what users were facing in 0.31 version, but in 0.32 you surely see good one. Now I'll be going to discuss Geekbench scores. So Geekbench 5 scores. So January 11 scores are for the 0.24 update and February 22 scores are for the 0.32 update. So as you can see, like on 0.24, the single core scores were 544, and whereas on 0.32 it is 573. On 0.24, multi-core scores were nearly about 1607, and whereas on 0.32 it is 1772. So again, you can see that there is an increment. In some certain cases 30 point, and in one case it is almost 1600 points and so. Sorry, 160 points and so. Now, on the basis of computation, using OpenCL on 0.24, it was having 1259 and now it is having 1255, which is little bit a decrease of 4 point, which is somewhat, I would say, negligible. And using Vulkan API, earlier scores were 1174 and now it is 1171. So again, a negligible decrease. So not a big, I would say, issue at all. But overall, performance is really good on this particular update. Now let's discuss about the main memory management or overall RAM management with respect to this particular update. So I haven't seen any issue with this particular update in terms of RAM management. So usually apps does remain in main memory until unless if it is been automatically or forcefully being flushed by the OS in like in spite of using it for or giving RAM to the other apps to compensate the overall uses on your phone. Otherwise your phone might hang or crash, or sometime it might reboot as well automatically. So basically I haven't seen any issue. Even I haven't seen on 0.24 as well. Not sure about 0.31 because that was not CD to my phone, so I can't comment on that. But if you have seen, then you can mention the same in the comment section below. So before I wrap up this particular video, I want to give my overall review score. So this time I'm giving the overall review score in a range which is starting from 85 to 90. So I can't give 90 from my side because I have seen like some bad in terms of battery consumption, battery charging time, and I would say idle battery drainage as well. And even I can't give 85 because even we got the like latest security patch level and even performance is also increased. So almost on a range of 80 to 85 to 90. So we'll surely look forward with from the Vivo side, like whatsoever they'll be providing us in next week or two with respect to latest security patch and so on. So this was all from my side related to the review part of 1.70.32 on Vivo V20. Hope you like this video. If you really like this video, kindly share this with your friends and family. And apart from this, please subscribe to our channel, because this will surely motivate us and boost us to create more videos like this in the coming future. Finally, it's the time to sign off now. Bye for now. Thanks.